Hey guys, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's your girl Ruth. Hey Ophiuchus. Been a minute, hi. Forgot about y'all. How are y'all, Ophiuchus? Hope y'all doing great. You know, Ophiuchus, I take y'all like Pisces, which I think y'all are the 13th sign, the last sign. Anyway, that's my perception. And I think we are in the age of Ophiuchus, but that's only my perception, okay? But anyway, I'm gonna play my friend, my man. Keep sweating. I don't know. Twist it. I'm gonna play this and then we'll get it. I got a lot of messages. Yeah, a lot of downloads. Hold on. Let me put this. Hope y'all can hear. But I gotta be strong, girl. You did me wrong. I know we were down. Figures is all the signs to me in one. Your babies. You're good that way. Right here, baby. I think he was the reason why I was attracted to my hood. So you're doing an investigation here, agent, CIA, or some kind of detective. You fell in love with the criminal. Caught her again being a kidnapper, being a cat burglar. Set him up. Now he lost his career. I feel a lot of this going on right now. You want them draws. Sorry to be dark bringing this what I got. I'm sorry. Warnings. Okay. Um, I got a lot of downloads. Okay. And it had me going through different signs, the signs of the zodiac pass from starting from Virgo. Again, how y'all doing, Ophiuchus? It says when you get to Virgo, you're at the crossing, the border to the deep waters, deep dark web. Okay, you're digging deep when you go after that from Libra. People think Libra, whatever, whatever. Okay, it's the good side and bad side of everybody. But right now, um, you still got your people who, like to stay on surface, the love, you're in love. I'm not saying that love ain't in the air as well. It's gonna always be in the air. But right now, it's a lot of trickery and a lot of twisted love. You know what I'm saying? Kind of sick love. Um, Not to say that it's a bad thing in some ways. Could be a good thing according to how y'all take it. Anyway, uh, how many natal charts move from one house to an? Okay, okay. Let's see. Libra gets okay after Virgo. Libra gets you ready for the Enchantress to be dominant. So if she and her Black Widow, okay, her Lilith, putting on a charm, her Aries comes out, and she can be very seductive. So she gets you ready for Scorpio, and the Scorpio is of course the sex. If they're in that Lilith, the draining your energy, the draining you through sex. The Scorpio come, I mean that Taurus come out, draining your desires. So go back, okay, go back to Virgo, crossing the border to Pisces, getting you into fantasy, getting you see things that aren't there in your illusion stage, okay? And then it goes to, like I say, we're on Scorpio, and then your desires, fulfilling your desires, know exactly what you need and want, making you weak, getting you ready for Sag, putting you on a mind natural high. You know what I'm saying? You so high, you in love, a twisted love to you ignoring this person's all the red flags. You just hypnotized. Okay, so you just traveling. And the opposite is Gemini knowing how to talk to you, what to say, sweet nothings. You know what I'm saying? Convincing you that they twisted mind and they evil thoughts and their way of doing some crooked things, and you're gonna look at it like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They said we could rob this bank, blah blah blah. I work for the bank. I want you to come in and do blah blah blah. I'm at don't you work at this store? Should we could take that money? When does this happen? When does that happen? I can come in and blah blah blah, and you can play innocent, and we can get away with this, you know, this crime. That's what I feel feeling go on right now, y'all. This is the downloads I'm getting. Then we got the Capricorn, that's mastermind, okay, of it all, along with the Aquarius, of course. You capture you. I mean, yeah, kind of, yeah, capture, and this could be for his Capricorn. It could be somebody who is very liked in the neighborhood, who's very prestigious. You know what I'm saying? Everybody look up to. I don't know, from the preacher to the president. I don't. I'm just saying, from the government agent, whoever it is, this is some trickery shit finna go on right now. It's going on. Now, Aquarius is controlling you. You're moving in and out to do the bidding. Okay, so they're humanitarian. It's like, okay, we can make these changes, and they kind of a Robin Hood effect is coming in too. It's they saying that too. We can do this in the neighborhood. We can take this from here. We can still listen. We can come back and get away with it, and we can fix this in the neighborhood. And I'm not saying that they haven't been doing this for years. The Robin Hood effect, taking from the rich and give to the poor. But some got good intentions and some don't. You have to use the discernment. This is when your intuition gonna come on point. And you got to see what's going on. Then I said about the Pisces recycling you, staying in control or starting over. It's like um along with that Scorpio coming in because we in that still in that Pluto right now. So you're gonna have a lot of black widows coming out, and it's gonna be men and women right now, draining you. I mean, masterminds convincing you what they're saying is right, and some of them gonna be on the up and up. That they believe in stealing their money or stealing off the job or whatever it is. It's justified. You know what I'm saying, to help. Because somebody's fed up with all the trickery and the lies. I was looking at this reporter lady. I don't know exactly what rank she got, but she was asking where all the money with that was donated from the years that we had floods and different storms. Why wasn't the people given the money? Then she investigated that a lot of the money went into the gay communities and went into things for transgenders, and wasn't for the people. Okay, it was for whoever's your husband or wife or whoever sneaking out and messing with the opposite sex, and those that are hidden, and what I'm saying, it went into their lovers, it went into their pleasures. That's what she's investigating. So that the black widow spider, don't they drain the blood and wrap you up in like a cocoon state and drain the blood out, liquefy you, let you stay there and liquefy you, make you into black goo. Okay. Um, and that's where that plasma comes in. I was looking at people that's donating blood, that they were just not, I put a post on my Facebook showing that they're taking America's blood, certain blood types, and there's a demand for our blood in other countries. Okay. And not only the blood, the plasma. And the plasma, let me see, the plasma is used for fuel. It's used for another totally agenda than what we think. Let me see. I might be all over the place. Okay, give me a little chance. I wrote down so many things. They have been having me write down stuff for a minute. See what that plasma is used. They're using it for I know this is crazy. This, certain people can take this, what I'm saying right now. Certain people can't. You know what I'm saying? This is just what they told me to report, so that's what I'm doing. Um, did I write it down here or did I put it on my phone? I might have it on my phone, and I thought it was wow, crazy. So when you donating that blood, it's using for a whole nother agenda, the plasma out of it. And it's leaving people weak. It's leaving people confused in mind. It's messing with them. Those that are doing it too much. If you think you're doing good, um, what you are, you're doing your duty is to help. It's just like when you donating your body part, you put on your driver's license to do that, and a lot of them are killing you to get that. Okay, setting you up. I hope y'all know that. Not saying everybody. I know I might sound negative right now. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what's up. Okay. Okay, says plasma is necessary to help your body recover from injury, distribute nutrients, remove waste, and prevent infection while moving throughout your circulatory system. Okay, side effects: fatigue, bruising, bleeding, and dehydration. You may feel dizzy or lightheaded, while not typically fainting can also occur. Um, to increase it, they say after you beat and done your blood thing, gave or whatever, um, The quickest increase comes via heat exposure. Riding in hot temperatures, turning off the fan during an indoor workout, or jumping in a sauna after can give you 4 to 15% boost in as little as 5 days if you've been and done this or you're feeling your plasma is low or whatever. Um, Somebody asks, is donating plasma healthy? Research shows that plasma donation is safe, and the National Institute NIH emphasizes that there is no risk of getting the wrong blood back. Why would you get the wrong blood back? Why would they even put that in there? And I was reading something on what is that inside of your blood, about your bones. Okay, let me come back to that. FDA and other health authorities regulate the equipment and procedure for plasma donations. So you're running a risk of them putting somebody else's blood in back inside of you. Just being real. This is the message. If you're feeling some type of way, it could be a diseases that you're getting, whatever, from somebody else's blood. When you take a chance to go and get your blood drawn or your blood transfusion or you donating blood or whatever. We know about the blood transfusion. Does donating plasma weaken your immune system? For donors who donate frequently or extend amount of time, there's a risk for deple- depleting immunoglobulin levels, which can lower the ability to fight off infections. So by you donating plasma, some people don't even volunteer to donate the plasma because they feel like they're doing their duty, right? But you can risk of you not fighting off any of your diseases anymore. Um, can plasma cause blood clogs? During a plasma donation, a technician will infuse a substance known as anticoagulant into the blood collected in the plasma spreading machine before the blood is returned to your body. This anticoagulant is meant to prevent blood clots from forming, so you could get blood clot after this. What foods to eat? Red says iron. Make sure you have a lot of iron. It's vital nutrient that helps in the production of the red blood cells in body. Iron deficiency is associated with low platelets and low hemoglobin too, which can cause this disease called anemia. Food rich in iron includes leafy vegetables like spinach, lentils, pumpkin seeds, raw bananas, and guava. Okay, you always got to try to get you a solution for this as well. What foods produce plasma? We got meat, beef, chicken, eggs, shrimp, turkey, ham, dairy, milk, cheese, yogurt, beans, nuts, seeds, vegetables, broccoli, collard greens, fruits, watermelon, raisins, cereals, iron enriched. Okay. Um, who shouldn't donate their plasma? People who have a fever, productive cough, or are feeling generally unwell shouldn't donate. This also applies to people who are currently receiving antibiotics for active infections, medical conditions. There are 23 conditions that the American Red Cross considers when screening blood donors. Okay, I'm getting to a point. Okay, pros and cons of donating. Um, okay, whole grains, yeah. Meat, fish, nuts. Okay, iron. Make sure you get your iron up. How long did it take for your body to rejuvenate your plasma? 48 hours. Okay. They're using the plasma for force field for when they go out to the army, wherever they're going. They're knowing how to use our human plasma as making force fields. You can do that yourself as well for yourself, but they don't teach us that, right? A spinning magnet creates a force field that pushes the electrons in the wire, causing them to move an electronic current. This electricity in the wire can then be used to light up a light bulb. This same principle is used to generate electrical power at cities of the world. Okay. Um, can plasma be used as a force field? Now they say they're getting plasma from different other ways, and they're probably true about that. But I read also they're getting it from when you donate the blood, and they're taking blood from you. They're taking the plasma and selling it to the government or whoever that's making these force fields. Can plasma be used as a force field? One option uses converting lasers, or microwave beams to generate a spherical region of plasma. Alternatively, the force field could be generated by firing lasers that induce plasma channels in the air, which produce a path for an electric discharge to create the plasma shield. Boeing has patented a plasma force field to protect against. Okay, can humans create force field? This psychiatrist or whatever university thinks it may be one day be possible to build a force field based on electromagnetism, because you know we electricity, right? It's certainly a strong force that gravity, which a longer range than the nuclear forces. However, it only exerts its influence on bodies that are electrically charged. So in chi or whatever it is, you can do something with your hands and build a force field yourself to, and then you make it bigger to cover yourself. Could need it be needed right now for the things that the world is going through. Protect your aura, protect your family. You know, this a little enlightenment on that. Let's see what else I got. Yes, when I was talking about the certain blood types of your children. Okay, we getting to finna get into. I'm talking about hit this and hit that. I'll probably be all over the place. Okay, but we got the children now going on and teenagers. And what blood type are you? What blood type is your child? Certain blood types that they really want, and it's really prevalent. I didn't know A was the oldest. Okay, but O's positives is what they looking for. Is what they want more than anything. ABO is what they looking for, and it will come up missing. That's the ingenuous people. That's the original people of the land. I mentioned that before. So, do you know your child's blood type? Okay. All right. Then we get to, let me mark out what I said. Then we get into neighborhood people you know, so-called cougars or something like that. But I put a spell on you. I was looking at this Black Widow lady. She had a husband, had children. She adopted a young guy. He was a teenager when he met her. When she came into their house, and she took a liking to him. She was very beautiful. So automatically, him being a teenager, like you have a crush on a teacher, right, professor, or whatever, you gon' it's intriguing. She's beautiful. She's an older lady, whatever. So she took to him, but her agenda was nobody knew, not even her husband knew how dark she was. She not only had the young boy doing her bidding, having sex with him and everything else before the husband found out, she was also having him and whoever other youngsters in the neighborhood killing people, doing rituals with her, putting rituals on people, and then all of a sudden people's husbands and different people in the neighborhood started coming up dead or missing or something like that. Um, what I want to say about that. So that's a red flag for the good looking dads, and it brings it back to Woody Allen. Okay, Willie Allen and his wife, we all most of them know the history. They adopted a child from one of those countries, and he fell in love with the child. And as the child got to being a teenager or whatever, he divorced his wife and married the child. Okay, and he got away with this. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with the Woody Allens. Okay. Um, it can come in the form of your producer. 'Cause I think about Mariah Carey. Remember, she married a producer, and it was all about the money, and it wasn't no love. It was status, his position. He got this beautiful girl starting off, and it's gonna make what he want. It's all about their own agenda. And back to the lady, and it so happened her sign was an Aries. Check that out. But not saying all Aries don't get all lit. You know what I'm saying? But she was cold. She had a lot of money. She would kill her husbands for insurance purposes, get money out of the men in the neighborhood, blackmail them, witchcraft, whatever the deal is, do things for them, cricket behind their wives and their families' back. And if they don't come up with what they supposed to come up with, then she'd have them killed or whatever the deal was. So she got these young guys. So watch your teenagers, watch your young kids. I'm just saying. I'm gonna even say it could be family members. I'm straight up. There, you got I have a lot of handsome heck when I was growing up, handsome uncles. But I didn't look at them like that. But anyway, they could be looking at your child like that. And sometimes you know how you've been young, those that are mothers that are grown, you intrigued by that, you know. Um, so yeah, what I'm saying. Remember Miss Parker on Fridays? You dealing with a Miss Parker, okay? Who a young boy that's a lot of them are weak, okay, and a sort of um, Keith Sweat, Billy D. Williams type of man, or whatever, to get fancy. As a teenager, as a child, even a young child, I had crushes on older guys when I was a young child. Didn't think they was going to be sexual with it or anything like that, something like that. But these people is going to dominate some type of way with that child as they grow, flattering and what I'm saying, till they get them controlled. So be careful with your children right now. You got to pay attention. And this woman was a serial killer. That's what she did. And got we already know how that go. And she was slick with it, and she would put hexes on the police, the officers, the detectives, and when they started finding out about it and stuff like that. And her kids, she had some of her kids do, with her. Some of them did what she had them to do, to go and set up different people using their children to go and entice different people as well. Very, very, very Black Widow. Um, Being at the wrong place at the wrong time. I put that on now. Some people could be getting and seeing this, say you got a friend and you start going over his parents' house, for y'all that are that age, and you start going around their house and you start noticing little things, and you start noticing control. And remember, I told y'all a while back of a lady who she would take in stray kids off the street, and her thing was to make money to get to kill them for insurance. Make sure they're not getting along with their parents or whatever, but she would get them to sign insurance policies. That's how she got rich. Um, it's just in the air right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what they got me saying. Um, yeah. Who your kids meeting? The teacher, the professor. It's time to be popping up at the school now. It's time to be really having sitting down, having conversations with them about different things, sexual as well as their hormones, as well as what's going on in their lives, who they're meeting, who's being nice to them, giving them something behind your back that you don't know about. You know what I'm saying? um, let me see. I'm trying to mark on. Okay, let me see. Snake. Okay, Ophiuchus. Okay, I'm gonna get to this. Let me read. Yeah, touching your child the wrong way, even your teenage boy, teenage girl, because they look good, they fine, they sexy. You know what I'm saying? That's intriguing. Being possessed, some type of way. You know, if you're not letting your kids know about spell work and how the signs of it, how they can be, a spell could be put on them for them to like that person, for them to do those acts, that they're doing. It could be for us coming to school and doing some things. We see it all the time now, going to church doing some things. Could be the preacher. It could be so many things. Could be you want to go to the store all the time. Could be the person in the store that's look good or that got them in trance or whatever, and they intrigued by it, and they don't mind going to the store for you all the time because they get to see that person in the store and that person's older, luring them in. And then you got a twist. You also got the youngsters. You got the young ones that got an agenda. Just because your child is young, teenager, or hopefully not younger than that, but I don't. The mindset is powerful these days. They not if they 10, they really 20 in the mind. If they 3, they really 9. You know what I'm saying? Um, they could see an opportunity for their future. They could be that smart in the mind that they can see who and around them is going to get them to the next point. And they allow certain things to happen, and they could always cry rape when they want to. Okay, I'm just saying, y'all. This is the stuff that they have me talking about today. Um, then we got it says sex toys, okay, and Lucifer, okay, and I liked it, the series Lucifer, and I liked it his the way he could look at a person and could ask them their desires, what do they truly desire, and I took that as your intuition and paying attention, and uh, some might have that gift to, and then the ones that's like I said about the young kids that fulfill their desires, the Willie Allen types. Where you going? Work. I thought you was off today. I told you I'm not. Oh, you did, huh? All right, be careful, have fun, love you. And um, so your intuition might be on point. I was in the store yesterday, and I don't like going to grocery stores. I really don't. But anyway, I went to HEB, and as soon as I got there, I hadn't been. I would usually wait in the car, but I went on in and did my little stuff, and it was a whole another feeling when I went in there. So what happened was, I wasn't paying attention to a lot. Or with my granddaughter, because Aries, she got to run her mouth all the time. I told her she gonna have to take karate because people gonna want to fight her. Just but anyway, so this guy, he wasn't black, he wasn't melanated, whatever, and he dropped his can on the floor and it rolled under my basket. So soon as that happened, I got an instant revelation that he's prejudiced, and if I pick this can up, he gonna wipe it off. And I started not to pick the can up, but I want to. I did it anyway, could be in Curtis, like I am, whatever. So I picked the can up and I hold it like this, and I gave him the can. And soon he said thank you, and I said you're welcome. Soon as he did that, he wiped it off on his clothes. I said, okay, it was funny to me, right? I was like, oh damn, I just seen that, you know what I'm saying? So we go ahead on. What else happened? Oh, before that, I was picking up my grandson from school, and this side of I was going on the right side for after drop picking him up, and I was going the right side back home, and the left side where people were waiting on another school to pick up their children, and then I would have the police that have the directing the traffic. But there was nothing, no traffic or anything, no obstacles where I was on my side. So it was a Caucasian man. So he decided to just fuck with me out the blue. So he already had his cones situated where you can still drive, especially in my lane. He decided to fuck with me. So he gets, and when I seen him, I was like, now that one started me. I think that's what got me on my journey. Okay, psh, okay, you're not paying attention. So he just decided to make me stop. No, nothing. Nobody even trying to go over there, and then let me go head on. I was like, oh, okay. So it's gonna be like that for a minute, because I noticed some people, you know, Caucasian, different color than you, they'll do different things to go slow, just to mess with you, And I see that a lot of elderly Caucasian women do that. I noticed that. Okay, but anyway, then I got to the store. And then we got ready to get in line. And I was just telling my daughter about uh, the cane generation, and I forgot to mention about Esau generation and the red hair. So I was telling my grand, I was telling them all about what happened with the guy, and I felt the tension in the store of the prejudice that they was trying to fake a smile. Not all of them, not everybody. So everybody ain't on that shit. They know that's bullshit. But some of them was trying to fake a smile, and keep it going, and just whatever. So there's a guy with red hair in the stall when we got into the cashier thing next to us, and I was telling him about the guy that I picked up the can for, and he wiped it off. And I was saying, okay, so I said, people still on this prejudice stuff, all this stuff happening in the world, and they still worried about a skin color. I said, so that means that if anything should happen right now, and that person needed my help from the way that they treated you, whatever, being prejudiced. So that means I should let them die, right? Is that what they mean? Because they wouldn't want my black skin to touch them. Okay. So when I said that, the man with the red hair looked kind of side eye, because people don't think about that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff happening today. If you don't like your neighbor, say the Karens and the rest, storms coming on, all this stuff coming through, and you stranded, but you treated these, I mentioned this before too, treated these people like shit. Do you think they supposed to help you? Are you going to prey on their goodness because they was a good person to you, but you fuck with them all that time? So you're counting on their goodness to help you now. So I'm gonna leave that up in the air. Um, okay, Ophiuchus immortality. So that's why they took the Ophiuchus off the chart, because after Pisces, after going through all of those things on the chart, you're supposed to be able to heal yourself and start over. Immortality is not supposed to be any death, but by them interrupting and taking the Ophiuchus off the wheel and having the mindset of people not knowing about that and feeling like you got to do jump through hoops to be immortal, okay, and not realizing that you have all the DNA of everything in you, that you can be able to do that, and we don't have a lot of history on that. So they know how to program you, right? So they can use you for their agenda and study recycle you so you can come back and do their bidding. Okay, so I'm on another subject now. Okay, we got Aries red, the blood birth in the womb. So we got the blood in the womb, the plasma. It's the red because Aries is red, and then the kind of the chaos and all of that of a childbirth and stuff like that in the womb. So Fucus is not dying and taking all that uh, off fuckery out of you, cleansing your system, body, mind, and soul and spirit, becoming immortal, the reward. But they took that away or hid it because then you have a choice of where you want to go and what you want to do in this life. Okay. Let's see. I know I'm all over the place, but this is what I'm presenting with today. Okay, let's see. Um, let's see, because I found some things about a fucus. Um, it says, let me see, the end of autumn is approaching, the time of those born under the sign of a fucus. If we return to the true astronomical roots of the signs of the zodiac, we will see that there are 13 signs, not 12, as the modern horoscope tells us. Reclaiming the forgotten Ophiuchus invites each of us to discover our correct astrological sign and contemplate the specular zodiac constellations that dominate the nights and this time of the year. So we might not be in our right because everything has been twisted, you know. Um, you know, let's- there's a catastrophe that divides the sky into plots that help astronomers to identify the position of the stars, planets, and objects in the celestial spheres. We call these plots constellation, which are groups of stars that correspond to the celestial mythology inherited from the ancient Greek. Some are more famous than others. You rarely hear about the constellations of some other ones. CAM, Camel. I was talking about camel the other day, right? Camel, leopard, Itis, camel, leopard, LISS. CAMELOPARD And then it has Sagi. We did have it. I did do a thing on that. Then it got Bootes, Bootes, and others like Sagittarius, Taurus, and Capricorn are much better known than these. So we look up them later. Okay. The latter are the constellations of the zodiac from the Greek zodiacos, Zoodiakos, which means animal wheel. So that's what they calling the natal chart. Check that out. Although this group have been placed a scale of Virgin, a pair of twins, and a water barrier, Libra, Virgo, Gemini, and Aquarius. It is clear that it's not a relationship with animals that makes them special. These constellations are in a very particular area of the sky, the line along which the sun advances during the year. Behind the sun there are stars, although we cannot see them due to the scattering of light in the Earth's atmosphere. But if we could see them, we would say that at any time of the year, the sun is in some of the zodiac constellations, since on its annual journey, a star always appears to occur one of these plots. And when we say that someone is a Taurus or Sagittarius, what we mean is a constellation the sun was in at the moment of their birth. The zodiac sign is no more than an astronomical reference to the position of the sun in the sky with respect to the background star. So some of us kind of know that. Okay, now we go to the snake charmer. Okay, my perception of the snake charmer has to do with the story of Medusa, um, being the black melanated people who were here when the celestial beings or extraterrestrial whatever came, and they were or they came different. It wasn't them, and they were very beautiful women, beautiful shapes, long beautiful dreadlock hairs, very smart, intelligent warrior women. That's why they're showing the warrior thing going on now, and how they dominated a lot of them and put spells on them. I'm going to put a spell on you, and learning the spell work. And some of them came here with the spell work and changing the figure, or putting them in a jar, whatever you want to say, and taking it and twisting it and taking all their practices, their healing, their mortality, and taking it and put it in and using it for their benefit. That's why you have the man wrestling with the snake, calling it the snake charmer. It's either, hey, the appearance, maybe when the melanated woman seen the Caucasian or whatever color that person was when they came, being, and they were in the Pisces mind state of the illusion of how they look, and they fell in love or whatever the deal is, but it was actually to steal all the gifts and put them beneath them. Okay, and so that's why you got more when you pull up Ophiuchus, you got more of the man wrestling with a snake, because their illusion and putting that snake under them, and they call it healing. And then the doctors and all that stuff took over in the medical field and took it from the women and took it from the melanated women or whatever women that were doing it at that time. So that's where you get that story of the Medusa and all of that from, right? That's what they're telling me. um However, these signs are not well calibrated. If we use a celestial plane sphere, we will see that between November 30th and December 18th, the sun occupies one of these less famous celestial constellation, Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer or snake charmer. Those born between those dates are the necessity, the zodiac sign of Fucus. If we continue to observe the relationship between the position of the sun and the background of stars, we will see that little coincides with the calendar of signs to which we are accustomed according to horoscope. Okay, that just kind of show the dates. Why does Ophiuchus not appear as a zodiac constellation in horoscope? Why don't the dates coincide? The reason is that 2,500 years ago, when the his horoscope originated in ancient Babylon, the sun crossed through each of the zodiac constellations on different dates than today, approximately 4 weeks earlier. Modern astronomers commute that nowadays the sun enters Aries on April 19th every year like clockwork. But due to the Earth's axial precision, the sun is like a clock that lags approximately a quarter of an hour each year. Over many centuries, that delay has been accumulating, and now the sun enters Aries almost 1 month after the date the Babylonians recorded and what the horoscope indicated. It could then be said that each person's his horoscope actually corresponds to the sign immediately preceding the one that their modern horoscope marks. But this is not true either. The sun only spends a week crossing Scorpio, while it spends a month and a half in Virgo. These times of passages are the same now as 2,500 years ago, and differ greatly from the division of 1 month for each sign of the zodiac, arch- uh, arbitrarily, Arbitrary, established by Babylonian astronomers, who decided to dispense with Ophiuchus and keep a round number of 12 as a 12-month calendar. So they throwed everything off when they did this. Um, Following their calendar after Babylonian astronomers to predict when summer was coming or the right time to the harvest, the power this granted them in society led them to expand their predictions to include events such as the result of a battle or the personality of an individual based on their sign of the zodiac. Now that means to me that by them call themselves doing away with the 13th sign, they was able to make everything be repetitious. Hey Carmen, how you doing? You too. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, so they made it repetitious for they can steal with their war agenda, stealing agenda, reincarnating agenda, making you feel weak, making you feel like you have no power, that you're supposed to follow the protocol that they put in order. Okay. The constellation and its legends. The basis of astrology doesn't correspond to observations of the real world. It's an invention that has never dovetailed with the movement of the stars, even at its origin. It has no more use than that of an alternate calendar, with a few months that correspond to mythological figures. What we can do with the zodiac is to observe the shapes of this constellation, which are always seen in the sky on the southern horizon in the northern hemisphere, and on the northern horizon in the southern hemisphere, and remember their corresponding legends. It says Sagittarius zone, you can see the lagoon and the tripod. Got to have a good telescope. That's why I said we all should have telescopes. We all should have what they call where you can look in there and microscopes. We all should have that stuff. They're expensive. During this late autumn and early winter, we can recommend trying to observe Ophiuchus, known in mythology as the snake hunter, and represents as a hero fighting with a reptile, because just when the Ophiuchus are being born, the sun passes by ahead of their constellation. Being daytime, its stars can't be seen, but we can observe their impressive constellations. Sagittarius is one of the constellations richest in astronomical objects. A scan with some binoculars, need them to, reveals nebula such as Trifid or Lagoon and a large number of star clusters. Taurus stands out thanks to the brightest star, Aldebaran, a giant easily identifiable with the naked eye because of its red color, representing one of the eyes of the animal. On its spine, also without optical assistance, you can see a group of stars, the Pleiades. Okay. To the east of Taurus, you will find the constellation Gemini, in which two stars of the first magnitude, Castor and Pollux, Pollux, are identified as the heads of the two twins they represent. A little farther east of Gemini, you can spot Leo, one of the constellations with the most recognizable shape of the entire catalog. Many civilizations have come to recognize it as Quoting Lion in the sky. One of its stars, Regulus, stands out for being one of the brightest in the entire sky. During these days, shooting stars will appear to radiate from the constellation of Leo, which are produced by the prolific Leonard meteor shower. Famed for its spectacular nature, it is easy to see various bright shooting stars these nights, but in much smaller quantities than other meteor showers like Perseids, Perseids, in August, and then are the Geminoids in December. The zodiacal constellation will not help us to predict the future, but they are perfect excuse to get away from the lights of the cities and population centers and enjoy a good night of observation. So that means to me it's like it's study stuff for yourself. Oh, I was talking. I'm on Ophiuchus. I don't know if you have the 13th sign, what they took off the natal chart and how important it is. And then I talked about, probably have to go back, about how this time they telling us how they can sway your children, your teenagers, and you being swayed by also by people who are not right for you. You know what I'm saying? Just different things I talked about at first, but um, talk about Medusa as being actually a black woman with dreads, very powerful, you know, and they decided to take all the healing like they did with the natives before the Aboriginal Indians. There were also the black Indians, the black people of the land, and they took that out and made her look like a evil demon. But how all of that's important to our life right now. It's letting you know the trickery, just like he was choking the snake, um, and taking all of her energy and taking and making the doctors, the hospitals, and stuff like that, taken away from Mother Nature's natural, you know, healing, and making you pay for it when you can go outside and heal yourself, taking it from the woman and giving it to, stealing it, and the man taking it, and they becoming, on top. So it's about that. Now they're going back to putting you down again under them, starting the prejudice again, starting the woman thing again, starting the taking over the child mind, seductive, behavior, all the kind of stuff. You really got to watch what's going on. The kidnapping, the whole nine things right now going to happen again. The raping, um, let me see. Yeah, the raping of Medusa, because if you know the story of Medusa, she got raped by a god, and then she tried to tell his wife, and the wife was so jealous because she was so beautiful. This is the Greek perception of it. Till she didn't take in consideration that Medusa was not trying to seduce her husband. Her husband was looking at her, and she was trying to tell the wife everything that happened, that she didn't seduce him, but the wife got jealous and cursed her. So you got a certain group of people who's not going to believe any shit you saying, you know, and they're not gonna, that they're getting away with rape, they're getting away with all kind of stuff in this world, and you left with feeling like you did something wrong when you the victim. Right? Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it hasn't left. It's still, these entities know how to play with our minds. They know how to play with color. And we still go back to Inky and the hurt he had. Okay. The tall black alien's grandson or whatever. And him, separating the colors, the albinos, stuff like that. Um, Not bringing in Ti, because I like Ti. I understand that, some things that that you did in your younger days. Okay. Um, could come into play in your children. It's another thing you got to watch. Things that you've done, if that you're trying to master, they're not forgiving these entities or forces, and that bloodline. So your child, you can see it in your child, And it's up to you to start, to guide that child and really be open and honest why you did what you did at that point, and try to get your child to understand that you fallen into those traps that I fell in, and you don't have to, because I'm here to show you that you don't have to fall in them same traps. Now you still got some kids that'll be stubborn and they want to bump their own head. I was thinking about 50 Cent's son, that he decided that the money that he's giving his mom, is not good enough, so he wants more. So if I was 50 Cent, I would make him work for me and start it from the ground up and learn his pay. And then I want to see what are your talents. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with him away, take out the mom and deal with him specifically. Okay, son, okay, you want to come into my world, this is coming to my world, but you're going to start out at the bottom. And then I want to see your talents. Let me hear what you got. You can rap, let me hear it. You know what I'm saying? You can do this, let me hear it. You know what I'm saying? I will put him and deal with him like that, because according to what 50 Cent did when he was a child, you know what I'm saying, all the rough stuff he'd been through, that child could be going through too, in a different twisted up way, to try to manipulate and try to make his dad look bad. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things going on right now. It's just so many things they want. It's too many to address. But some things. But it's making you look bad for them to stay up. That's a lot of that going on too, you know. Right. And then look at how your dad, their dad is. Dig off into his past, if not yours, and see what he was doing. Or if it's not the dad, it could be an uncle. Because I remember my mom told me that my brother's dad wasn't the one stealing and doing all kind of crazy stuff. It was his brother. So my brother took after the uncle, you know. And you might have one twin trying to do good, but the other twin enticing him to do wrong, you know. And they don't realize that sometimes they got to separate, and that's a bond. So just kind of digging off into, and they got us so busy, trying to make you so busy where you can't get into your kids' life like you want to, but you got to pay attention, because they're using their energy, they stealing from them, they want all that stuff. The plasma, the inside their body, the inside their organs, stealing brains. Y'all just don't know the shit these people doing. Eyes, everything. Even your skin, even the melanate, they even stealing the carbon, the melanin out of a person. They convincing them to sell that. They know how to get that out of you. But yeah, it says dominating women, African goddess with dreadlocks, gorgons. I want to see that. What they was talking about, the gorgon. What are gorgons?
According to Wikipedia, a gorgon is a creature in Greek mythology. Gorgons occur in the earliest examples of Greek literature.
Right. That's what they got me on this morning. They got me on some stuff. I was writing out yesterday. I was like, okay, okay, okay. But Gorgon is a creature of Greek mythology, like she says, Gorgons. But I was thinking about when it said Gorgons, what about them Gorgiles? Remember that? They got all over the place on ancient on buildings. That creature uh that supposedly they say eat humans, but some people say that they help humans. So I guess it's half and half. Gorgons occur in the earliest examples of Greek literature. While descriptions of gorgons vary, the term most commonly refers to three sisters who are described as having hair made of living venomous snakes and horrifying uh, visages that turned those who beheaded them to stone. So now they got three sisters. Got Medusa, U EURYA EURYALE, and then you got I can't even see that THENO. I never heard of Three Sisters. Wow. Okay, now they changed it to a man. Okay, Gorgon is a member of the royal family of the Inhumans, a race of superpower beings that inhabited the hidden city of Attilan. Okay, now they changed it from three women to a man. See how the trickery and the twisting and the, you know, yeah, so they still stealing, they still using us humans. Now, see, I didn't know that. I'm just saying that now. I did not know that. But they just switched that to a man. Took out the sister thing and switched that to a man. But inhuman. So that means it's immortal. It's kind of look like the Hawk. That's what it reminded me of. See, they took to me these beings who were masculine that turned the men against the women because they are homosexuals. These extraterrestrials, they're homosexuals. So they're turning the men into homosexuals as well and disrespecting a woman. Yeah. So they want to keep dominating the woman, only have her to produce the babies to keep the male child. Now they tell us that they killed the males, a certain other extraterrestrials, but these particular ones kill the girls and keep the males and keep the woman enslaved in order to just have the babies and pop. That's where you get the barefooted, the pregnant, staying home, being submissive under a wife, and all that kind of stuff. So you got certain extraterrestrials that are programming these men to do that. They got them where they have to have a certain amount of women in this cult that they corrupted their lives and made them have babies, keep the generation. I would think about Nick Cannon. I don't know what occult he in, but I believe he's in that occult to have a certain amount of male children to do whatever the agenda is they got going on. To all this trickery they got going on today. But this is what they want me to talk on. Yeah, talk on today. So this is the age, really the age of, okay, now just like Aquarius, um, the Greek mythology on that, the boy, I forgot the Aquarius boy name. What was his name? What was Aquarius name? I don't know. Um, the water barrier. I think he was a water barrier, right? A water barrier. The water barrier Aquarius history. Anyway, his story was that Zeus, a god who did anything. Yeah. See, a lot of stuff going on, trickery, even stealing from us right here at home, stealing from your children. Because I know they, matter of fact, they did that to my son. But anyway, so Zeus, a god, an entity, extraterrestrial, seen the boy and wanted to go to bed with him. That's where the Aquarius story come in. So Zeus was, the story of Zeus. He didn't care. He went to bed with whoever he wanted to. He disrespected his wife Hera, and it turned her bitter and mean. Matter of fact, she was I think Zeus is a Aquarius or Leo, and his wife was a Libra. That's the story they tell us. Anyway, Well, so he seen the boy, he fell in love with the boy, so he offered the boy to be immortal. He told him the secrets of Ophiuchus and got him to come and be the water barrier for when they have all back in those times. They have the fights and things of the Romans. They did, and like they do the gladiators and all that kind of stuff. But actually, he wanted the boy to go to bed with him and stuff like that. So that's what the Zeus was just. He was both ways, whatever they call him. And so Aquarius, being to me, is more like a morphodite. It's like a fucus to me. Aquarius and a fucus to me is kind of the same. They have both parts. I mean, originals. Not saying everybody, but I believe when Medusa, which is Ophiuchus to me, had both parts, she can get pregnant and she could be pregnant. You know, and like I said, I would like to meet one like that. But anyway, so yeah. Oh, really? Wow. What? Ain't that something? I ain't never met. How y'all doing? I ain't never met. See, so yeah, so that's what I believe. And we watch them so people won't mess with y'all. I hope they ain't fucking with y'all. But anyway, because they jealous. So yeah, so that's what Aquarius, and then so like I say, these beings that want to keep everybody, keep the women under, take control of the children, do what they want to them, mess with the males as early as possible. That I think that's where they come, that boogeyman and all that stuff, scaring them young, going into a parent or neighbor or family member to mess with your child or mentally, physically, wherever it is, to keep them in check, to keep that fear going, so they can keep their agenda going. Oh, okay. So yeah, if they were, just protect them. But yeah, so that's the agenda that they wanted me to talk about. Um, Let me see what else they had me doing. Oh, it's one I want to read about. I found this medieval astrology, and that was so interesting to me. It talked about this. It was like a warning to each sign. Let me see, can I get it? Is this it? And I've been feeling this type of way. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, y'all. Let me find it. Okay, it says Aries, the ram. This the medieval astrology. Aries is a sign which belongs to the east. It is dry and hot. When the sun is in Aries, it is a good time to travel to the east, to work with fire, or to let blood for blood. So I don't know what that means. It don't describe. It's good to begin anything that will end shortly. Don't take any medicine for the head, because Aries is the head, right? Um, don't start building houses and don't move into any house. Don't take any medicinal drink. It's good to have weddings and to make new clothes. And I was wondering, knowing the fashion show going on during this time, you kind of putting two and two and three and four together. It's like, okay, wait a minute. You noticing, okay, it's good to send letters and messages and to go on a pilgrimage. Now, the pilgrimage was adventure. That's where they met Ophiuchus and stuff like that, conquering, because Aries conquers, right? It's bad to sow or plant. Okay. Then they got the Taurus, the bull, belongs to the south. Then is a good time to begin anything that will last a long time, such as building houses, moving into houses, and getting married. It's bad to start a war. If you are the first to go onto the battleship, you will lose. It's good to plant trees and vineyards, but it's bad to begin anything that will last only a short time. You may take medicine, but don't let blood from the arms and don't bathe. Now, I don't know what that means. Don't start anything that has anything to do with water. You may, however, hold court days. Geminis, the twins. Gemini belongs to the west. It is hot and friendly. When the sun is in this sign, it is a good time to forge friendships and to unite. But do not perpetuate all these things unless a better sign comes up. You may do battle and fight, but don't let blood from the arms. It's good, however, to move from one house to another. Don't take any medicine for the arms. It's good to go on a pilgrimage and to hold court days with the lords and monarchs. Because I noticed they doing a lot of meetings since the queen died. That Paramount or whatever over there, they're doing a lot of meetings spiritually and physically at the round tables during this time. Okay, and to hold court days and with the lords and the monarchs. Messengers and letters you may send, for they provide you with things, and anything you start that has to do with water will succeed. But don't plant any trees, don't build houses, and don't take any medicine. Cancer, the lobster instead of a crab, and ancient it's a beetle instead of a crab. Cancer is good. When the sun is in Cancer, it is a good time for fighting and arguing. It's good to travel to the north. It's good to build all things that are associated with water, like water mills. But don't take any medicine for the heart. And don't get married. Don't build new houses. And don't do any job that has to do with fire. Don't plant any trees. You may send letters and messages. Letting blood from the arms is good. Leo, the lion. Leo belongs to the east. It is hot and dry. When the sun is in Leo, it is a good time to speak with lords and monarchs. One can work all things that last a short time. One can battle and fight and hold court days. One can send messages and letters. One can plant trees. It's good to get married, and one should take medicine for the stomach, the heart, and the liver. But don't let blood from the arms, don't bathe, and don't build new houses. I'm just reading. Virgo, the virgin. Virgo is cold and dry. Then is a good time for anything that has to do with earth, such as sowing and planting trees and vineyards. It's good to do anything one desires. It's good to have intercourse with a widow. It's also good to build houses and to move into houses. You can get married, but it's bad to have intercourse with virgins, for they will often have children that are too small, right? Like a narrow escape, right? Interesting stuff. Um, don't do anything that requires fire and don't fight or quarrel. Also, don't bathe, don't make any new clothes, and don't let blood from the arms. It is allowed, however, oh, is it talking about transfusion or giving blood? Is that what they're talking about? I don't know. It's allowed, however, to hold court days. Libra, the scales. Libra, when the sun is in this sign, it is a good time to travel to the east on trade business. It's good time to let blood, for it will make you healthy. One can start all things that last a short time. One can move into houses, but this is not the best sign to do so. Don't take any medicine for the eyes and beware of anything that requires earth. One should not hold court days or fight. Don't sow, plant, or build anything out of wood, for none of this will do you any good. Scorpio, the scorpion. In Scorpio, one will find more weaknesses than good. One can only do battle and fight, and one can take medicine. But don't hold any court days. Don't move into houses. Don't let blood. Don't sow corn. Don't plant any trees, and don't bathe. Don't buy or sell any gold or silver, nor horses. Don't make any new clothes. Right? Where? Don't make any new clothes, nor wear any. And don't start any pilgrimage over water or on land. Flee this sign whenever you can. Check that out. The Archer Sagittarius. Sagittarius, in this sign, one will find much good. One can make friendship among enemies. It's good to get married, but don't have intercourse too often, or the woman won't have any children. One can let blood from the arms, travel eastward on business, bathe, and do anything that has to do with fire. It's good to begin battling and fighting, but don't take any medicine. And don't do anything that has anything to do with earth. Buying land and horses is good. Capricorn, the horned buck. Capricorn brings out the fruit from the earth. When the sun is in Capricorn, it's a good time to sow, plant, and travel northward on trade and business. It's a good time to do all things that will last a short time, but don't go into the south and don't have intercourse. Let blood is good. Don't take any medicine for the legs. Don't bathe. Beware of all things to do with fire. Don't quarrel, nor hold court days. Don't buy any horses or land, et what is it, etc. Aquarius, the water barrier. Aquarius belongs to the southwest. When the sun is in Aquarius, one can build houses, sow plant, and move into houses. Then one can let blood and do anything that will last a short time. Quarreling, bathing, no, quarreling, battling, and hold court days is good nor bad. One should not travel a long way. One can buy and sell any cattle or other animals with 4 feet. One can send letters and messengers. It's good to have weddings, but it is bad to practice skills, for they will not provide a livelihood. I have no idea. Pisces, the fish. Pisces belongs to the north and is good for a lot of things. One can build new houses and move into them. One can sow, plant, and have intercourse. One can do all things that have to do with water, such as building decks, DIKES, and building water mills to take and to give away. But one should not take medicine for one's feet, and one should not do anything that has to do with fire. One can battle and fight and hold court days, buy or sell land, horses, and other things. And it is good nor bad to let blood from the arms. I have no idea to hear. They don't have a fucus on here. But that was you know what I'm saying? That was something. All right, I guess I'll leave that alone. I said enough. Uh-oh. Got a trap over here. All right, I should have said do a little tarot. Let's see what they want to tell. Fucus, no, I always take them as the world, what's going on in the world. So let's see what comes up. Okay, let's see what comes up. See what's happening with it's the unseen, what we need to be preparing them. It's just like so we also out of sorts because they trickery so bad till we don't know how to protect ourselves, and we have to look deeper. Can't just stay surface based. What they say, all with glitter ain't gold, right? You can't just stay surface based and be in this illusion because people hiding things, and it's time for that hiding to come out. But can you handle it? You know what I'm saying? You should only be able to accept what you can handle. Oh, they want me. I pulled this yesterday, and it was talking about the knights. It had the white knight. They told me that means purity and a virgin. And then it had the black knight. See the separation, that means blacks and whites, the prejudice coming out, the darker skin, the the deep dark of you, what I'm just talking about right now, digging deep inside of yourself, and it's coming out in people. They being more slick with it. Then we got the green, the money, the being mean, greedy, envious, jealous, deceit. So I didn't really catch on yesterday. They just kind of showed me today. Right? That was different, child. AB. Okay. I'll be like, all right. That helps me out. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else they want to say. Yeah, I can go there with a fucus. What else y'all want to say? Oh, shit. Hold on now. Saying a little bit too much. The trickery. What is people trying to do behind your back? Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's going on? What y'all want to tell us? It came up again, so I guess I got to take it now. Ooh. Okay. We got Three of Pentacles, religion, law, the church, place of worship, improvements on the way, but delays around it, renowned glory. Then we got the Seven of Swords reverse, the Tower, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Empress reverse. Women again, Miss Feminine energy. So the church, the Vatican, wherever your church in your neighborhood, you know how I feel about church in the neighborhoods to keep everything in order. Same the agendas that they put out, set out. That's my opinion. Not trying to do anybody religion. I'm only talking about myself. What I've learned. Okay. So something they're gonna present, some law that they putting out that's going to stop a lot of plans, hopes, wishes, basically slap you in the face Gonna be a tower. It's gonna be a demand for whatever this is, and this is sickness, disease, all type of catastrophes. We're in the Aries, right? So we're already seeing some of that weather, tricks in the sky, tricks on earth, people being tricked for the whole 9 yards is going to come out. We're just talking about that. And it's orchestrated by the divine. So this thing, evidently, whatever they're doing is protocol. Even the dominating of the women. Okay. Now you know you got the women that are evil, envious, just talking about that with the green knight. Evil, envious, jealous. They don't know who they are. They program. They worship the male. They work for the male. They'll do anything for a male. And that could be as the gay community as well, because it's feminine energy. So we got to be careful. You gotta who coming into your life, who want to be friends with you. Don't just let anybody in. You got the Leo reverse. So this is the sun ain't shining. It's darkness. So this whoever this is, it's gonna be dark, bringing darkness into your life. So be careful of that because the sun ain't shining on this situation. And I talked about the children earlier. You know, um, dad's side, mom's side, people. You know what I'm saying? You have to be careful because I know I'm going through some situations and my kids are grown. And I've noticed that when I was a child, and I told my mom, I mean, as my kids were younger, and I told my mom that she was disappointed in things that happened, her kids were doing. But I say, you keep forgetting about they got their dad's side too. How did the dad treat you? You know, so your children gonna do to try to get away with the same thing. So you have to be aware of that and not look at them like, oh, my babies, and thinking they're gonna be like you. They might not never be like you. So if he treated you good, then your child, whatever. Unless you treated your husband bad or man bad, and then that child could be like you. Y'all get what I'm saying. So pay attention to what's the darkness of coming into your life. Yeah. Then we got the ace of swords reversed. Not getting the whole truth. Not getting clarity. Not finding out. People not telling you the truth. We already know the news, media, the internet, people you meet, not telling the whole truth about yourself. Because just think about it, for its disease sake. If you meet somebody who has a sexual disease or something that they might not know how to get rid of, because there's a way to get rid of all of it. Mother Nature cures everything. You got to dig deep. And say that we really like this person and they have some issues like that. If they're open and honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Will you be able to handle that? Will you be able to move forward? Those things like that finna be presented. And this, I kept staring at this for 2 days. It says something different. STD, lawsuit, negligence. If they know they have it and they don't tell you and give it to you, people can go to jail. You can sue them, you know. But if people holding their medical reports in their hand and being open and honest, that way you get to know the person first. You know what I'm saying? People don't get to know each other no more. They just jump into stuff. That's that happened in my generation too. I cannot blame this generation. But we did this same thing. I watched my sister now jump in and out with strangers, say it's okay for a stranger to take you somewhere or whatever. I started that shit. That shit blew up in my face. I could not do it. I mean, it didn't end well for me. Two of Pentacles reversed. Trying to get balance or being unbalanced. All this gonna try to throw you off. Whatever they finna announce gonna be something big. could be in your life, could be in your neighborhood, city, state, whatever. National emergency, make you do something, I don't know. Yeah. Some kind of sickness or disease. Like I said, it's all curable. Something to keep you down. Something to keep you worried about. Nine of Cups reversed. It's not going to be good. And they're going to say it's not improvement, it's not a cure, all this kind of stuff. Whatever it's going to be, whether it's war, they had to do it. It was inevitable. They had to have a war. We have to do. I don't know. I don't know what it is. And got Temperance, divine timing. So whatever it is, you have to stay focused. You have to stay in your path. You have because this to throw you off. It's only a test, another fucking test. But whatever, to throw you off of your game, to stop you. So you have to stay focused. Yeah, it's to really make you unhappy. Some may separate, family members may separate. You know what I'm saying? You might have to have tough love on your own kids, your partners. You might have to show tough ass love for your safety. This ain't the time to be taking up and talk about TI again. You see what your son doing. You know what I'm saying? You have to nip that in the bud. He might have to go spend a little time in jail. You did. You know what I'm saying? He might have to go and do community service. You did. You know, so he can get on the right path. Who knows who's gonna talk to him where he at? You know, we might have to let go. I remember it hurt me when I had to let go of my son. I had to do that. That hurt. But it was a path that they had to go down that I couldn't handle. You know, I couldn't have that on me because that would have killed me. Because that's not my path. So make sure you stay focused. I don't know, what all this about, but this is what's coming up. Yeah, take care of your health, level up, help who in your circle, who you're supposed to help, but recognize who you're not supposed to help. Or they got to learn their own lessons. Everybody go through a test. Everybody. You even see babies, they very good at manipulating. Those some fantastic manipulators. you know, love their little faces. Why they slap you or throw something at you or throw their ball at your head and pop you upside the head and you know what I'm saying? Play a little game. And my grandson, I told you I have epilepsy. Sometimes he just like seeing us devastated. Sometimes he'll pretend like he going through the stages and we all in an uproar. That's not nice, you know. But what entity you got to protect them from as much as you possibly can, but just recognizing things like that, you know, getting a calm demeanor, being balanced, trying to figure it out and calming down for whatever gonna come. I know we ain't gonna catch everything because, like I say, something threw me off guard yesterday, but I instantly got it. I was like, okay, I was thrown off. You had me. Not gonna catch everything, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's on now. It's time. Whatever it may be, it is time. And it could be time for you to get upgrade. It could time for you to come down. Whatever that time means for you. Digging deep, finding more about yourself, getting abundance, clearing your health up, finishing college, not finishing college, studying on your own, because you ain't got to finish college, school, nothing. You ain't got to do nothing there to get to the next level. This is, leveling up, whatever. Just maintaining, healing others, making your products, you're opening your business, all that stuff. But they're going to try to distract you. Yeah, look at it. Make sure you don't stay in that state. because that's what they want when they present this. And they're going to try to put your child, your man, whoever around you in this state the best they can. That's why I say everybody should be open as fuck. Have them family meetings with them kids. I used to do that a lot. Sit down and talk about some issues and let them talk and listen to what they say they got going on in their world. You might be shocked as hell. You might have a teacher trying to come on to them. You know what I'm saying? You could have all kind of shit. The principal keep calling them in the office because they like them, trying to find a way to manipulate them so they can go to bed with them. You don't know what the hell going on these days. Some crazy shit. Some people be traveling. This could be long or short. Some people could just be walking around the neighborhood trying to see what the fuck up, learning your neighborhood. There's some people gonna be going, different countries, learning about that. Could be architects. Yeah. Passionate about what you're doing. Be passionate about what you're doing. New beginnings, birth, new ideas, creation. We all got ideas. Everybody. Nobody should be jealous of nobody. To me. I'm gonna wind this up. I'm already ready. Yeah, some be losing their strength. Now be careful with, this is sexual card as well. Be careful of them looks and that body. Body, babe. Ain't right here, baby. What Keith Sweat say? He let a criminal make him lose his whole career. Check that out. For that sexual desires. He got weak in the mud. Baby, some people could do it without even going to bed with you. Shit. You feel that warmth, that feeling? Shit. Man, they can look at you, you can kill somebody. Heard y'all about that lady at first. Shit. When I first talked about the serial killer, the Black Widow. She was fine, she was pretty, she was a Miss Parker from Friday. You know what I'm saying? He was a Billy D. Williams. I don't know y'all Keith Sweat, you know what I'm saying? Or whoever you what's that man name from the Shalimar? Forgot his name. Howard Hewitt, you know what I'm saying? It's like damn. Be careful. Could be death for you. Damn, all of us gotta be on guard like a big dog. This 3, this Ophiuchus, 13, equals 4. Ophiuchus. Says Scorpio, but that's Ophiuchus card. That's rebirth. That's clearing your sickness, cleaning out everything, healing yourself, being immortal. But they took that off, so we won't know that. Yeah. Could be no love going on. Yeah. Gotta take them blindfolds off. See things for what they are so you can be happy and make the moves and protect yourself. It's like he got a protection around his house, a fence and everything else. Like, yeah, I ain't coming. We're not be getting over here. It's not finished. Slowly that turn, inch by inch. Slowly. It's not gonna come in fast. Some things will, but those trickery, the twisted, they got to work. They got to work you. They got to work you to get to deceive you. Now be careful with your car, driving fast, car wrecks, people trying to make you hit them, jumping, jumping inside. Like I told y'all my incident, his car was stopped at a bus stop, just sitting there. I'm going around him, trying to get into the parking lot of some to stores. He sees me doing that, so he speed up and hit me. I had my blanket on and everything, but I got blamed for it. Be careful. Yeah, be working on you. They're gonna be working on you, and it's probably who you don't expect. And we don't need to be paranoid. You know what I'm saying? But we need to be aware. This is just some warnings. They're gonna be offering you, bringing you stuff. Some of them gonna say, "Well, baby, let's have a baby." And if you're in a situation and thinking a baby gonna solve your issues, you sadly mistaken. A baby is not gonna solve your issues as well as money. Not gonna solve them issues. This fame and fortune as well. I don't care how if weight is a problem and that person study talking about your weight, because love's supposed to be blind to me. You're supposed to see the inside here and not my outside. So if you study talking about my weight, you superficial. So if I lose, will you still be satisfied? It will be another problem that you got. I don't know. Just things to think about. Let me go and do two more cards. Or too skinny, and you need to gain some weight. And you met me this way. I don't know. Gotta use your intuition. This could be a mother, a grandmother. Maybe you're gonna talk to them. They might need you right now. Spiritual world or not. Learn to protect yourself. See, she well protected. Got this Himalayan sea salt, pebbles. She got that insect going in that thing. She's sitting in a chair. Snakes on each side. Yeah. Family. Money coming in. Getting what you want. Passing the test. Who said that witchcraft? I put a spell on you. On the whole world. Ah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we getting woke too much. They gotta put us back down. We knowing too much. Putting them obstacles in our way. Ancestors say they got you. We gonna teach you. Talk to the ones from the beginning, cause remember we all got extraterrestrial ancestors. Whoever was here from the beginning, beyond time, those are your ancestors too. That's how I look at it. Now you take that cross in the way you want to. Keep the faith. Keep going. However you want to take that. Ophiuchus, there you go. And watching the snakes. People that's not loyal, that's not for you, but trying to be as sly as a snake too. You gotta get out of this shit. Twisted entanglements. Figure them foxes out ahead of time. You gotta be clever too now. Don't be sitting up here, thinking you're supposed to be all righteous. They gonna eat you up. And loyal, they gonna eat your ass up. Shit. Hey, I'm just saying. Love yourself. It's always here. Get stable. Open them books up. Just get them downloads. Stay strong. Some smell fishy. You better teach them kids what's going on. They're messing with your business. Everything coming out in the open. If you're looking, they want to punish. They want to keep you. Congratulate somebody getting married. But if it's dysfunctional, you just getting married so you can tell your friends you getting married, you having a baby just to say all that, you better question. You better question yourself. Don't worry. Okay? You're going to see everything coming out in the open. It's time to go. It's time to go. You know you want my loving, baby. Virgo, Taurus, sickness and disease. People running their mouth. You might have to feel like you want to cuss somebody out, go off, make you go off, keep the trap. Be careful. Number nine, hot temper, fire signs. You right at the edge of moving into a new beginning. And here it come. Here they come. Leveling up. Gonna stop you from moving to the next level. Number two is Taurus, Sag, Aries, Leo. They don't want your sun to shine. They sure don't want you to move. Boss business, Taurus and Aries, boss business. It's like a Virgo planning, moving slowly, strategic in what you're doing. So they doing the same thing to you, plotting and planning and trying to make sure you don't move up. And don't have to be. This could be these forces. You know what I'm saying? Jumping in and out of people or your surrounding evil forces. These days, that's why I like Andy. He a tarot card kind of a. He don't use tarot cards, but he speaks and he tells about the evil forces that different times of the day. That you have to be careful. So he do a whole week for you. I like listening to him too. He kind of help you out when to go out, when not to go out, the whole nine yards. So this is finding out who's your friend and who's not your friend, who there for you, who not there for you. Being silent, paying attention. That is reverse. Somebody not paying attention. Somebody ain't your friend. Who makes you feel homely? This Cancer. Number nine, Sag. Who makes you feel at home? That you want to travel to, be around. Okay. Now we got Leo. Reverse again. They don't make you feel safe. You can't be yourself. You don't shine. They want to put out your fire. Cancel right by. That's water with fire. They want to put it out. You got to determine that. I don't even have to go to the paperwork. And they got Scorpio. Sickness, disease, using other people's money, using people's reverse. If it's a good thing, you know, but it's reverse. Number 4, that's Ophiuchus 13. It's talking about death, disease, sickness, wars, all that kind of stuff. Capricorn, I use 8, Scorpio again. Balance, being unbalanced, equilibrium. This is what they want to do. Number 9, you got to be wise and strong. Wisdom, knowledge, get them downloads, Aquarius. Fly above the crowd, think out the box. Be 15, 100. China and Japan is 100 years ahead of time. What they know, we don't know. We got their same blood in us, they running us. You know what I'm saying? Our same ancient ancestors as them. Why we not? What are we doing that they not? That what are they doing that we not doing? Because they take care of their ancestors. Are y'all taking care of your ancestors? Are you talking to them? Yeah, that's somebody I use. Is it you or people around you willing to use the fuck out of you, do anything to get in the industry, to get the job, to get your man, whatever trickery going on? All up to y'all, up to us. I ain't excluded from shit. Flatteries, they just want your sex. I want your sex. You know you want my loving, baby. Arrogant as fuck. I'm doing my best to stay alive. Keep it moving. Yes, you better tell him, baby. Trying to keep my life. 51st station, New York, police station. Be proud of your partner who treats you good. Go looking for something else. Remember that they showed that series that who was it? What's his name? Medea. Can't think his name right now. What he had with a girl that only married a man. She was a virgin. She was curious. So she wanted to explore and caught AIDS. Safe deposit box. Somebody either know or you need to put it in there, get it out the bank, whatever you need to do. I don't know. Whatever moves. Could be banks closing. I don't know what's gonna happen. We don't match. You gotta know who matches you, who in your circle, who gonna take up for you when things go down. Tribe in Florida. So who I'm gonna put that to the side and look that up. Florida, we already had devastating storm over there. Washington D.C. Fight for the tribal rights, fighting for your rights. Some look fishy or getting stuff prepared. Generous and welcoming behavior to all people who enters the land. Now that was a mistake. Can't let everybody in your house. Can't let everybody in your property. That was a mistake. See what happened on that part. You got to let them bump their own head. Old folks quote, otherwise their life becomes your life, wearing you down, and they don't learn. That's the children and anybody else. That's it. Squid, games, uncertainty, feeling threatened, or general uneasiness. The elite, stronghold on culture. Boom. That's it. Them dark forces, a dark spot in the light. The government, society, business, squids, very powerful. Outlaws, fugitives, on the run. Hey, somebody be careful. Somebody might be not breaking in your house. That's on the run, you know. But I don't know. I'm not gonna say about that. Born in a world of mistakes, inner peace and serenity. I don't know. I would listen if that person wasn't distraught. I would listen to a person. I don't know. I've never been in that situation. Would I be scared and upset and won't listen to the person? Maybe they're in jail, got falsely accused. I don't know. Would I help them out and that makes me accessory to or whatever, however they say that? I don't know. I don't know. I've never been in that situation. I think I had this already. Oh, then Oklahoma, Florida, rituals, really. Purification, that's that white horse, and manhood ceremonies. The Israel does that too, right? The Jewish people, 12 years old. I don't know if they go get them a prostitute or what the hell they do. Settle tribal disputes and engage in hours of stomp dance, a traditional style of them dancing in which the medicine man leads a single file of chanting male dancers, followed by women dancers quietly shuffling along. So the medicine man um, chants, and men dance. Medicine man leads a single file of chanting male dancers, and the women follow. Listen what they say quietly. Ain't that something? Okay. However y'all want to take that. That's my new one. Maybe that's belong over here. Yeah. I don't know if I already did this or I just throw it off time. Hurry up and close this up. Goes back to that. Watch the movie Bless the Child and Left Behind, corrupting your kids. Just talking about that and warning you of what's to come. Might not be in that order, but it give you some idea. David and Goliath fighting a bully, with one stone bringing down bullies. You are of the tribe of Rachel. Remember Rachel? Yeah, I remember Rachel in the Bible. Her sister got tricked, Jacob. Her sister married the man she loved because that was his tradition. Their tradition for the oldest to get married first, her being the baby child. So she got seconds and she hold a grudge. Then she died of childbirth. So some of y'all be careful having a baby out. Take care of yourself. I'll get a midwife, but everybody do what they do. That bitch is good at what you do, action. Okay. So which one of them bitches it is? Stuffed animals could be voodoo. Stuffed dolls could be voodoo dolls. Could be spirits and dolls. Could be just getting a stuffed animal. See, when you win the battle, don't forget to win the war. Okay. So y'all know that means could be anything. Could be in your health. How you gonna feel after what you're doing afterwards after you figured it out, or staying bitter, mean, or whatever, judgmental. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, a camel can hold more water than a horse to cross the desert because he's more equipped. He has what, 2 or 3 humps that holds water. A horse don't have that. So be equipped, be wise, plan ahead. You are from the tribes of Joseph. May God add royalty. He was tricked. Dad started off praising one and the other, because he loved Rachel. We just talked about that. So to make the other kids jealous, so they did something to their kids as well. They had family, did something to their family members, being jealous, caused jealousy, but it ended up good. It ended up good for him at the end. But look what he had to go through first. So that could be somebody's issue. Where sleeping dogs lie. I want to say let sleeping dogs lay. Or where sleeping dogs lie. If you lay in that, then you know what I'm saying. You want to stay in that, but you need to understand that too. That's for your protection. The magic of true love, real love. I'm looking for real love. You're part of the tribe of Dan, judge. Could be feeling like you're being judged or you want to judge people or whatever. Dan, I forgot which mom. Let's see. Which mom was Dan? Rachel. What is it? Reuben, Simon, Levi. Dan mom was the maid. Dan mom was the maid, the concubine. So that child might be feeling some kind of way. And we're just talking about judging Joseph because they had different moms. You could be having stepsisters and brothers issues. That can be coming into play right now. Them feeling some type of way. Same out anyway. Trying to avoid it. Okay. Canada. Can I go there? We're going to Canada right now. Learned the lesson with you, book closed. Rewrite a new story or books. Are you healed and ready for a relationship? Tell the truth. Get a crystal ball, protection and visual insight. Amnesia, forgot, coma. No more stealing, all of us. Buy what you need and ask for what you want. What minerals, elements protect us from radiation? EMF proof beanie, potassium, sunscreen, lead, two-dimensional material called MXENE, radiation monitor, shield, covers for phone, hats, hoods, copper, concrete and lead shield and water, gold, small amounts, wearing gold, showers. When you come in the house, take your clothes off and take a bath or shower, get that radiation off of you, removing clothing and shoes, cotton, unbleached, shiny polyester, lightweight satin silks, some dyes you can put into your protecting into your clothes or wash with it. Just research that. Won't like to travel, morphodite. So I don't know what that. I guess picking the right person to travel. Somebody scared to do anything. Like staying in the hood. I was talking about my girlfriend. She don't. She never been nowhere else. So when her husband took her, but she likes staying right around people she know. Are you a liar? Don't lie. Will there be drama? Of course. Addiction? Of course. They don't have that much time. Need to destroy us now. Kidnapping. Leave that alone. Just talking about that. Just some warnings they want us to pay attention to. Okay. That's what I have, y'all. I'm gonna wind this up. Yeah, you know I be long. I'm finna wind it up. I don't want to do that. I want to wind it up because I ain't ate no breakfast. Well, since 4 this morning. Just a little encouragement. Second chakra, sacred chakra. Reward myself. I know that I am truly worthy and deserve to receive the good things in life, and I give myself permission to have them. It is time to enjoy the fruits of my labor. I aim to incorporate and embrace fun and joy in my life. I realize that all work and no play is a recipe for energy flow disruption and exhaustion. I allow myself to experience and receive more pleasure in my life, and I am flexible and open to change. I am receptive to embracing activities and events that come my way, even those I may have avoided in the past. Okay. All right. That's what I got. Thank y'all. Thank you, Carmen. I appreciate you and your comments. I really appreciate the talks. All right. You can always go back and listen to it. All right. Love y'all. Have a great day and keep your eyes open. Okay. All right. Love y'all. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. Donate to my channel if y'all feel like it. All right. Bye.